Hello everybody and welcome back. Hope you're having a super awesome, fantastic day. Oh my, what did I do? As you can see, I have opened a hole in the ceiling of this place apparently, quite by accident. So let me see if I can fix that real quick. My goodness. Oh yeah. Accidentally hit the roof. Oops, we'll just fix that. Shouldn't be hurting anything. But anyways, as you can see, I'm over here in the ocean monument, and I've already started clearing it out a little bit, which I may end up regretting a little bit later. But yeah, so I ended up going out and looking for another ocean monument because, you know, I went through and I looked at this place and I couldn't find a sponge room, and I only had 3 sponges. So I found another ocean monument and managed to find sponge rooms there. I also, of course, got sponges off of the Elder Guardians that I killed. And yeah, but as it turns out, there was a sponge room in this particular monument. It was just hidden, and I managed to find it down here on the 2nd level. I think it might have been either over here or somewhere over there. I'm not sure, but it was hidden, and I ended up with a grand total of 51 sponges, which has been hugely helpful. I'll go ahead and show you what I've gotten thus far. Obviously, I've cleared out most of this. Also, you know, all this stuff around here. And down here on what I guess is the 3rd level, right? Yeah. The 3rd level, which should be here. And well, technically, I guess this is the 3rd level, and then there's the 4th level, because this is the actual bottom of the monument. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of gravel and stuff down there, which is the underside, which I don't have to be concerned with right now. But I'm still working on getting this place cleared out. So let me show you how I've been going about doing that. As you can see, I've been using birchwood to block areas off. I end up using trapdoors just to make a little space that I can pass through. And then I just drop sponges to just go on ahead and clear out the water. So what I'm going to do is put some trapdoors right here to hold this water in. Oops. If I can learn how to trapdoor anyway. Just like that. And then I take my sponges and make sure that we're all, yeah, it looks like we're all blocked off here. And then I just put them places and suck all the water out. Gather the sponges back up and move on to the next area. Now, granted, it is a pretty good idea to make sure you're keeping the place lit up. I'm pretty sure that other mobs can spawn here. You know, like creepers and skeletons and such as that. Because I do plan on going ahead and just clearing out the entire inside of this place. Can I take this part down? Nope. Okay. Never mind, I take it back. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and continue doing this, and we'll probably do some little fast forwarding as we go ahead and get that done, and yeah, I'll be right back with you guys. Alright guys, so I came back because, you know, I'm sort of running a little bit low on my sponges here. I also want to clean up my inventory just a bit. So let me go ahead and put this in here and get these guys cooking and drying. And then I'm going to get back to what I was doing, otherwise known as cleaning this place out. And it is time consuming, but I do have to say that it is kind of entertaining at least, because I've never really done it before. So this is all really new for me. And it's an interesting learning process. That, and I've never really gotten to play with sponges, so I'm actually really kind of enjoying that whole aspect too. But yeah, I'm going to let these guys go ahead and cook up, and I'm going to continue clearing things out and all of that, and I'll get back with you in just a little bit. Okay guys, I am back. Not that I really went anywhere, you know, for you guys. So I have gone through here, and I believe I have found all of the water and removed it. So now my goal is to go ahead and clear out all of the inside walls, etc. I feel like it's probably going to take me a little bit of time, but that's okay. As you can see, I've already gone ahead and moved all my stuff down here. So I've got some boxes set up, for holding items. And then over here, I've got some soul sand because eventually I am going to need that. But first, I want to go ahead and get the inside of this place situated and taken care of so that I don't have to worry about it anymore. So my plan is to go ahead and take out all of the walls and all of the floors. So the only thing I'm going to leave is, the outside of the monument. And I figured it might be kind of cool to just have this big giant open space underwater. And then, I don't know, maybe do something kind of different with it. I'm not sure what I want to do. I thought it might be kind of neat to turn it into sort of an underwater oasis. Bring some stuff over here that's also pretty useful. Like, we could put some farms over here. I could always bring some eggs and maybe make like an auto chicken cooker. I don't know how excited I would be about the idea of trying to get cows out here, but, auto chicken cooking is definitely an easy thing to deal with. Go ahead and maybe get some silk touch on a shovel. So, whoops. Get silk touch on a shovel so that I can go ahead and get a grass block, which I have yet to obtain. And then I can, maybe bring a whole bunch of dirt, replace the lower level of the ocean monument with dirt, and maybe get some grass up in here because, I don't know, I just think that'd be kind of neat. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just go through this long process of breaking mini blocks and, just figure out what we're going to do with it after that, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I just thought it would be kind of cool to essentially make this into kind of a third fully functional base. So we have home base, which is sitting up on the overworld, and it's all pretty and cool and nice, and, still has a little bit of growing that it needs to do, but we'll get to that. And then we have the mining base, which is underground, and it still has a few things that need to happen with it as well, because there's some stuff there that I need to add in terms of a couple more farms and food sources. Like, I thought that would be the perfect place to put the auto cow killer thing, since I had mentioned that I wanted to bring one out to the base. And that way there's a pretty decent food source there as well, because, that farm is pretty tiny, and the more I was thinking about it, I was like, yeah, that farm is really tiny, and maybe I should go ahead and make that whole thing a little bit bigger. So there might be some changes that'll eventually be made to the mining base. But right now, as it stands, the mining base could, function pretty well as a base all on its own without necessarily needing to be associated or bothered by anything going up on the surface. So I just thought it'd be kind of cool to have a whole other base out here, so under the water, that also has everything that's needed. That way, you've got some options on where you want to live. Do you want to be underground? Do you want to be in the overworld? Or do you want to be out in the ocean? I think that'd be kind of cool. I also do tend to enjoy, like, doing some really basic natural type projects. I'm not a pro at it by any means, but I do tend to enjoy doing it. Back in the day, my inventory's full. Okay, let me see if I can figure out where any of my stuff is. Okay, wait. Is it this? Oh, here, that's right. I went on ahead and punched holes through the wall so I could get there directly from the front door. Back in the day, I had another world that I really enjoyed playing on, and it was a survival world, but I did a lot of kind of really random stuff in there, you know, like I dug a really big hole just because I thought that would be cool. I made some big giant creeper statues, which actually turned out pretty well. I was kind of proud of them. I thought they were neat. I mean, you know, they were basically like pixel arts. I just made them bigger. But yeah, I just did, you know, a lot of random things. And one of the things that I had done there was transformed the area where world spawn was. And it turns out that world spawn on that particular world was on this little island. And it came up as a plains biome, and it was sort of tucked between a whole lot of extreme hills biome. There was a lot of extreme hills around it. So it was just this little plains area, basically sort of all by itself with water surrounding it. And that's where world spawn was located. I took that island, and what I did was I found a jungle, planted a whole bunch of jungle trees on it, and I got some vines and I used jungle wood. I mean, I just went crazy, and I basically turned this little island into a jungle, and it looked pretty good. I was kind of proud of it, and I made, you know, a little tiny hut with this sort of worn out looking path, guided along by, I believe, some fence posts and, you know, stuff like that. And it was just my little world spawn place for that world. And it was a jungle, and there was a little hut, and I might have called it like the world spawn hut or something to that effect. And I don't know, it just looked kind of cool. I really kind of enjoyed the way that had turned out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up taking out all of this stuff here, which is fine, because I think that's actually, yeah, that's this level, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. It's just going to take me a little while to brain this stuff out, because like I said, I am so bad when it comes to trying to figure out this stuff. It's like, it's just going to have to be a trial and error kind of process where I just go through and I start, you know, knocking stuff out, and then if I have decided that that was a bad idea, I'll just have to go back and undo it. Or if I punch my way out into the ocean. But we'll figure it out. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and continue doing this. Yeah, it's going to be big. So I'm going to do that, and I'll get back with you guys at a later point. Alrighty, so I have now finished clearing out the entire inside of the ocean monument, and I think it actually kind of looks pretty cool. I've gone through and I've made a few just little cosmetic changes to get some of the block variation that we have here to be just a touch more consistent so it doesn't look too wonky. Went on ahead and evened this up a little bit on both sides so that it, you know, it's kind of nice and looks relatively decorative, or like it has a pattern. And the last thing I have to show you, which is going to be super fun, is out here. I have gone on ahead and cleared off the entire monument. So I removed all of the kelp and all of the seagrass and all of the little decorative bits and arcs that come out of it, so that it's basically just smooth, flat surfaces all the way around. And I've also cleared out all of the seagrass and the kelp, excuse me, one block beyond the structure of the monument itself. So at this point, I'm pretty much ready to go ahead and start building the farm. I can't tell if I'm actually in swim mode or not. I feel like I'm not because I'm going so slow. Anyways, at this point, I'm pretty much ready to start building up the farm itself, which is going to require working above it and all that good stuff, and getting a lava blade into a fall chute that will come down from the ceiling here. And then I'm probably just going to kill them through a combination of lava/fire damage and fall damage. That way, I don't really have to deal with anything apart from collecting the items. And supposedly this particular version of the Guardian farm can create quite a few items, which is a little intimidating. It means that I'm going to have to make, a storage system to be able to collect everything. But I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I think it'll be interesting. That being said, I've gone on ahead and brought some things over that I'm going to need. Went on ahead and stained some glass blue because I'm going to use that. I think it'll probably look pretty okay with this stuff. If it doesn't, oh well, I've already dedicated to staining the glass this color. Brought some blaze rods over just so that I have some fuel in the event I have to go out and find sand and do some smelting. And I've also brought some iron along with me because I'm going to need quite a bit to make hoppers. And I brought all of the wood that I've gathered thus far with me. Probably going to think about putting a temporary tree farm in here just so that I can have a place to consistently grow some trees. But yeah, so we're getting it done. I'd say that at this point, I've probably put, 6, 7 or so hours into just getting things cleared up and ready to start building the farm itself. But, we're going to get there. It's going to take some time. My guess is that by the time I get to the next episode, the farm will be up and running and all of that good stuff because, there's only so much interesting recording to be done in the whole process of doing this stuff. In any case, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was a bit rambly and random and kind of all over the place, but, that's what happens when you're in the middle of a big project and you're just kind of concentrating and making things happen. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you later. In a manner of speaking, this is Abby, over and out.